Cruise news: a tragedy has occurred at sea as a captain with Princess Cruises suddenly passed away mid-voyage. I'm going to get you the details on that. Plus, I have a report on a shore excursion accident in the Bahamas, and I have the latest information regarding price changes, new ships, travel advisories, and a lot more. I'm going to get you the top cruise news updates from across the cruise industry, and I'm going to get you the information fast. Coming up. Let's go and kick things off with number 1, sad news as a captain with Princess Cruises died suddenly mid-voyage. This involved the captain of the Diamond Princess cruise ship. He passed away unexpectedly early this morning. He was 52 years of age. The announcement was made after the ship docked in Taiwan this morning. Passengers and crew, as you can imagine, were left stunned. Some passengers were called and reported that they were woken up by a shipwide call at approximately 2 a.m. this morning asking for the medical response team to report to the medical center. They came to find out the next morning that this was regarding the situation with the captain. His name is Captain 𝗵𝗲𝗵𝗵𝗵. As the master of the ship, he is fondly remembered by the crew, with some referring to him as, quote, the best captain they ever sailed with. A staff captain has now assumed command of the Diamond Princess to continue its voyage. Let's pray for the deceased captain's family, as well as the crew, his colleagues, and the passengers that are on board the ship at this time. Next, number 2, with the start of hurricane season less than 2 weeks out, the National Hurricane Center has resumed their daily monitoring of storm systems. The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st through November 30th. But it is not completely rare for storms to pop up in May. 32 named storms and 4 hurricanes have done so according to available records. The final forecast for this year's hurricane season has been released, and this season is projected to be slightly more active than the average. Weather experts are expecting 17 named storms, including 9 hurricanes and 4 major hurricanes. The average season sees 14 named storms with 7 hurricanes, 3 of those being major ones. Now, if you are new to our channel, know that once hurricane season gets underway, we do provide updates in each video to give you the latest of what's being projected, along with the potential impact to cruising. So if you'll be cruising between now and the end of November, check in regularly for those updates prior to your cruise. Moving on to number 3, AAA has released their projections regarding the best and worst times to travel over the upcoming Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend is one of the busiest travel weekends of the year. And a lot of people are cruising also, and if you don't plan your travel to port wisely, you could miss your cruise. This year, AAA is projecting that 45 million Americans will be traveling. That's 3% more than last year. Memorial Day this year falls on Monday, May 26th. So what are the worst days to be on the road traveling? Well, the absolute worst day is Thursday the 22nd. That is the day that many are planning to start their trips. The second worst day is Memorial Day itself, the 26th, as many people will be returning home. As far as the best days, AAA projects that both Friday and Saturday should see slightly less traffic than the others. A big thing to be aware of is the time of day of your travel. Based upon historical trends, if you can get most of your travel done before noon or 1 p.m., you will have the best chance of avoiding the serious traffic jams. Then number 4, data has been released showing that a sizable portion of Royal Caribbean's Oasis-class ships will be used for short sailings of 5 days or less. Aside from the icon of the seas, Royal Caribbean's 6 Oasis-class cruise ships are the largest in the world. They are absolutely loved by Royal Caribbean fans as well, and between now and the end of spring 2027, 60% of their voyages will be used for sailings of 5 days or less. Now, if you're doing short, let's say 3-day cruises, the number of cruises will pile up quickly, so that is why the percentage is so high. But even if you look at the total number of days spent on short cruises, the number is still big. In fact, 41% of the cruise days will be spent on these short voyages. So the big question is, why is Royal Caribbean making this shift to short cruises with what some would regard as their best ships? Well, their CEO has provided the answer. Short cruises are their secret sauce to get first-timers to give them a try. And if the new cruisers have a good time, they book more. That is why they are offering up more of their most loved ships to the short cruise market. By the way, if you want a short sailing, you will want to look at cruises on the Utopia, Wonder, and Oasis of the Seas. But if you want a longer cruise, you will want to check out the Symphony, Allure, or Harmony of the Seas. Okay, I have more cruise news pieces remaining, including some of the top headlines of the day, but now it is time for our fast mid-show check-in. In the last video, I asked, how many days was your longest cruise? I received input from more than 6,000 of you, and here are the results. Nearly a third, 31%, said the longest was 7 days or less. The largest portion, 47%, said it was between 8 to 14 days, and 23% have cruised more than 14 days. Thanks for your input on that and the comments. Here is today's question. Thinking about Royal Caribbean's approach of using short cruises to hook first-time cruisers, it got me to thinking about first cruises. The question is, what cruise line did you sail with for your first cruise? And the YouTube polls only allow me to give 4 options, so let's go with these. Was it A, Royal Caribbean, B, Norwegian, C, Carnival, or D, other? And if it was other, you can comment with what the cruise line was. This will be interesting to read and to see if you're still cruising primarily with that cruise line or whether it's changed over time. I look forward to reading your responses, but now on with the cruise news. Number 5, MSE Cruises has announced that they will be expanding their mega ship fleet. MSC's world-class vessels are among the top 10 largest cruise ships in the world. And they currently have 2 of those, including the World Europa and the recently launched World America. Next year in 2026, they will debut the World Asia cruise ship, and the World Atlantic will arrive in 2027. But now MSC announced that 2 more will be built. These ships are yet to be named, but one will launch in 2029 and the other in 2030. Once those arrive, MSC will have a total of 27 vessels in their fleet. Next, number 6, a 29-year-old man has been charged after seeking to illegally board a cruise ship in Sydney, Australia. The ship was the Carnival Adventure, and the man can be seen here attempting to climb up the ship using the mooring ropes that secure the vessel to the dock. This occurred at Sydney's overseas passenger terminal on Saturday. It took place about 1 hour before the ship was scheduled to depart for a 9-day sailing. The police quickly arrived in a boat. The crew then slowly lowered the rope, placing the man into the custody of the police. The man was arrested and given 3 charges related to his attempt. Then number 7, Celebrity Cruises is changing the lunch pricing for one of their specialty restaurants. Celebrity has a French cuisine venue called Le Grand Bistro. This restaurant is found on their Edge class ships, which includes the Edge, the Apex, the Beyond, and Ascent. Previously, the venue had a la carte pricing for lunch. However, that is now changed to a set fee of $30 per person. I have additional important news to share with you, but very quickly, if you're new here, I'm Jason with the Travel Scouts. Our aim in each video is to put together the latest cruise news and deliver to you in such a way that you are fully up to speed and it doesn't waste your time. So if you will be cruising, definitely consider subscribing. Let's continue with the cruise news. Number 8, there has been an accident with a cruise shore excursion in Nassau, Bahamas. A 22-year-old woman pictured here was on a cruise to the Bahamas to celebrate her graduation from college. While in Nassau, she went on an excursion to a private island. But while she was on a boat that was transporting her and her friend, the young woman fell overboard and came into contact with the propeller. Here's an explanation from her friend that was with her.
I heard the splash and I instantly looked. And when she first went into the water, she just made the face like somebody fell, like I'm in the water. But she didn't look distraught. And then she disappeared for about 3 seconds. And I didn't see her. I didn't know what happened. And then she came back up and she reached out her hand and she was like, "Get me." And me and another woman we had met on the cruise ship that was on the excursion with us, we pulled her out. And then there was like a lot of blood in the water.
The parents of the young woman immediately flew to the Bahamas to be with her. She has severe injuries to her lower extremities. The young woman underwent surgery and remains in critical condition. And she will have more surgeries as time goes on. Very tough situation. Let's pray for her and her family at this time. Okay, a special thank you to our newest channel members and for everyone. You are up to date. If you want to stay up to date and be ready for your next cruise, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.